Millimeter, it be accurately measured. It's measured flat, direction up and down. Flat level we at, flight over ground. Descending from that breeze, heading in degrees. Horizontal, flat, EST. Now you know it's flat, below ground. Measured flat.
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate, Uncut and After Show. I'm your host Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon and join button if you'd like to become a Nathan Oakley 1980 channel member and keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support the channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they premiere. There's also a coffee, Patreon, crypto and thanks button in the info box below the video. Speaking of Patreons, I'm going to do a quick shout out to all of you who do support me on Patreon. So, a massive shout of thanks and appreciation to Sven P, Curved Fart, Pablo de la Cruz, Level Plain Poem, Vitali Z, Colton James, Survive the Spin, Thomas van der Zander, Measured Flat, Tiers Morgan, Mitch Kennedy, Rod, The Name's Burley, J Mel's 24, Unamento, I'm 26, Retro Bill, John Kays, Patrick Gunnels, Bob Barker, Mobile Mac 777, Rob W, Del West Watson, Unbelievable Productions, Blue Ridge Ranger, Abraham Mohammed, Skeptic 936, Texas Mike, Chow Young Cat, and Dank. So another massive thank you to all of you for supporting me on Patreon. Links, as I say, to Patreon are below this video. But with that, I will hand across to whoever is in Discord and Google, so you can enjoy their dulcet tones while I set up for today's live show.
I think I can think of 100 things better to do than waiting for him.
Yeah. But, you know, it's a chance for me to ask him when his book's going to actually fucking come out.
No, it got stolen or something, didn't it? Didn't it get stolen?
Look, he stole the first one. He's writing another one that's apparently coming out, has been since, it was supposed to be out June 25th, according to people in here. We're still waiting.
Oh, Jam Panda.
Oh, God, this guy. No one called for you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Jem's Sunday Flat Earth Roast.
No.
Nailed it.
Why is there a guy called Nathan Oakley in the VC?
Is Nathan Oakley in the VC? Is that you, Nathan?
Yes, hello. Good to be here.
Hello. Welcome.
There
you get around, Nathan.
Hey, Nathan Oakley's here. This is not real.
No, it's real.
I think he's stalking me every time I go into a server. He's always here.
You are very stalkable, Terry.
Sure.
Hey, how are you doing, Nathan?
I'm right, how are you? What's your name?
Yeah, can't complain. Dr. Nemesis. Cypher, you can call me Cypher.
I love your book.
A lot of names.
That's right.
Don't tell him my name.
What is
Did
your name,
somebody
Terry?
get your book?
Yeah, I said I love your book, Nathan.
Well, have you read it?
We were talking about it. It came out in what, June was it?
Now, it should be out in a couple
Does
of weeks.
anyone like Gakushi know that Nathan is here?
I don't know what timeline I'm in right now. What, Nathan? What made you join here, of all places?
I'm just killing time. So as you mentioned it, my book isn't out yet. So while it's not out, I haven't actually got a great deal to do. I've got time on my hands. So I've just been around to random servers. This was one that was suggested yesterday by a guy called Rob Noxious. So I was like, yeah, all right, I'll go.
Oh, Rob, okay, yeah.
Yikes.
We can blame him.
Blame him?
Well, that's going to upset Kikuchi, I've got to say, because he was trying to claim credit for that, getting you in here. Anyway.
Is this was like a room full of Globers. You know, it's
How dare you accuse us of being Globers?
What the hell is this?
I know. Gamma,
Anyway.
I'm stunned. I'm absolutely
Sound the alarm.
Yeah.
Oh my god, everyone.
Don't be fooled. He hasn't got a book coming out. It'll never be published.
No need to be
Elder Bear's here
rude.
as well.
No,
I know, Elder Bear. You're going to be first in line to get yours autographed.
Autograph a digital copy. I mean, it'll come out. Somebody will copy it. If it ever comes out, it'll be copied, and that'll be it. There'll only be 5 copies sold, and the rest will be just, spread around the internet. It's not going to be published. It can't be. His publisher's a devout Christian attorney,
I think
shoulders with
because
a
QE
homoerotic gay man.
because QE published his book first, it gives Nathan Oakley like an advantage, because then he can look at what they did and say, well, let's do better than what they did,
Didn't Flutter Data do one too? Whatever his name is.
I don't think his is a book. It's a compendium of grammar and spelling mistakes.
I mean, one of the listings for it's got Quantum Earacher on the front of it.
How did that
That was
happen?
funny. Yeah, actually, that's what I wanted to ask you, Nathan. What happened with that? I'm not sure on the whole thing that happened with your original book. What went on there? How did QE manage to get a hold of it and release it before you did?
They offered me help.
And what, you sent it over to them and they just stole it?
I mean, that's a fairly condensed way of describing it, I suppose.
Fair enough.
Poor business move, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
So the next question was going to be after that, did you add, where it says at the front, because I read it, and where it says it's a work of fiction, did he add that, or was that something you put in there to start with?
I mean, I don't know. Once it left my hands and was
Fair enough.
altered and published, I had no part of it after that. So once I'd dismissed the people that stole from me, I just kind of turned my back on that. That's, you cut your losses, as they say.
Holy fucking shit, he did it. Holy shit.
Well done, Rob. I've never... You're a magician. What the hell?
You're going to want to
Wait,
try to
this
fix
is
your
Rob's
mic, Rob.
doing? This is
Rob.
Calm
This is
down,
what-
Rob. Take it easy.
This is
Take it
Rob's
easy,
doing?
man.
What were you
Rob
asking,
is actually
Gamma?
a genius.
Yeah.
That's
Rob's
insane.
got an intimate relation with
I like how
Nathan.
we're all sort of like frozen in place, right? We're like, we don't want him to leave, so we'll just sit here, I guess.
Is there supposed to be like a debate planned, or what's the game plan here?
Well, just bring up something and say it's wrong, and then we'll go from there.
I didn't think
We were just hanging out, chilling.
You're going to be victims of the live show, where what goes on in here won't be represented in the YouTube stream. It'll just be talking to camera and muting any voices in here. So, good luck.
You're a stalker, right? Ed Bear, you a stalker? I didn't think he would show up, and he showed up.
It's funny because it's like we could all sit here and say, "Oh, if Nathan was here, I'd debate him so good." And then Nathan joins, and we're all paralyzed. We're like, "What do we do?"
I think people are trying to exercise some self-control and,
Yes.
suppress the autard.
I promised Jem I'd be
at the
good for
moment.
this.
It'll break out, but I'm worried about Kikuchi. If Kikuchi doesn't make this, he's going to be beside himself. I don't know what he
about
will
to
do.
tag him.
I already
Might be
did.
something
around.
stupid to be
Oh,
said.
did ya? Oh, yep. Okay, you did. Sorry.
So, what are you supposed to possess QE and Adam Meakin to turn on you the way they did and steal your intellectual property and such?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them.
Any idea?
You'd have to ask them.
Oh, I could. Yeah, sure. I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on the matter. Curious.
Not especially. I mean,
Conversation.
in a previous life, I worked in recruitment and was hiring and firing people all day long. At a point that you have to let somebody go, you just get on with your life, don't you? So you don't suddenly concern yourself with somebody that you've dismissed. You just move on. In fact, almost no thought was given beyond when people would put it on my desk like now. So obviously I'm going to dedicate a certain amount of mental effort to it because you've asked me about it. But beyond that, that'll be it. I don't care anymore. Once they've been dismissed from your company, that's it.
Didn't you say that when you worked in this recruitment agency and you recruited people for chartered surveyors for like the Ordnance Survey, that kind of made you some kind of expert on measuring and maps and distances?
No, I mean, I did supply staff to the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors at one point when I was a recruitment consultant. That's correct. Well remembered.
Yeah, but all you would have done was produced a list of people that fulfilled the criteria of the kind of person they were looking for. You just filtered, a group of people. You had nothing more to do with that than that, did you?
I mean, yeah, there's people who have in-between jobs as opposed to the actual job itself, but you've got to obviously assess the person that you're putting into the role for their skills, personality, qualifications, experience, whether or not they can do the job, basically. And then you pay them as an employee. So they become your employee, and the person that you're
doesn't
recruiting
infer
for
that gives you knowledge of the job they're going to do.
Intimate knowledge. To interrupt
like you try to act out that you understand how the Ordnance Survey works.
Spurging begins, it would seem. I'm so sorry the middle of my sentence interrupted the start of yours, Edibert. My bad.
Yeah, I know, that's typical of you. I'm just saying, that's what you represent to people, that you're some kind of expert on the Ordnance Survey because you worked in an employment agency, sending people for a job. I don't see how that kind of connects.
Kind of obvious.
You also seem to think you've got some superior education because you went to a private school.
That is a superior education.
No, but you did say you went to a secondary school, though, didn't you?
Yeah, the private school I went to closed down.
How did you go to secondary school if the private school was a higher education establishment?
You're a creepy stalker.
Well, these questions are the things that I ask myself when I hear you.
That you,
just
Neil?
your words. I only ever address your
no matter
words
where
that
we
you
go,
said. It's
there's
not my fault.
Edibert.
So how is that? How could you go to a secondary school?
He's your number
which
one
is a
fan,
secondary,
Nathan. No matter what
which is
server
a
we go
secondary
to,
level of
there's
education
Edibert.
where you're claiming a higher education in a private school?
That's correct.
Why didn't you go to a higher education establishment?
That is correct.
When it closed
Private
down?
education is better. That's correct.
Just because you pay for something doesn't mean it's private. You could have gone to an approved school or a Borstal and called that private school.
I'm puzzled by this line of questioning, attack, whatever.
Well, we're looking for the credibility of somebody who's a self-proclaimed subject matter expert.
Because he's a creepy stalker.
I am. I watched the video the other day. I watched
a man who's come to talk.
Okay, I saw already. So I watched a video the other day from a mastering engineer, and he was saying that there's a certain toxic humility, he phrased it, which I agreed with, when people don't like to label themselves experts. And his ideas that he was putting to camera were, if you've spent 5, 10, 15, 20 years in a job doing something for money, then yeah, you become an expert.
Doesn't matter where you go to school, though, does it?
No, not really. Your expertise isn't your qualifications. So, like I say, when I was recruiting,
matter
you look
what
at
you're
skills.
Trying to
I tried to get this sentence through last time, but Edibert's own voice interrupted it. I'm sorry that you guys can't hear me. My bad, I'll just keep quiet while you listen to Edibert, who's obviously much more interesting.
Of reality, isn't it?
You're just talking through the middle of it, so I can't communicate with you anymore. No, you do it again, so I'll just shut up.
Little Bear, you got to make some room, man.
Elder Bear, I know it sucks, bro, but if we got to do it, man, we got to be cool with them.
He doesn't have to do anything. You're not his boss. You keep rumpusing me.
I'm a mod here, actually, so I actually do. I actually have power here, Nathan.
I respect you as a mod. You can do whatever you like over there as far as I'm concerned. If you want to show your weakness by chat skanking through the top of me so people can hear me, go ahead.
I think I'd try kind of more expose your weakness, I think.
Yeah, weaknesses was something else I looked at in recruitment. You had to assess people for their weaknesses, skills, qualifications, personality, experience. They're all things that you'd look at when you're putting somebody in a specific role. My role here on YouTube is talking about flat Earth, and I am absolutely an expert in that after doing it for 12 years.
Are you?
Making a living from it for 10. Sorry, again, in the middle of my sentence being interrupted by my bad. If his weakness
Elder Bear, please let him finish.
Yeah, it's just, that's it. He's saying I'm not an expert. I am. I've been doing this for 12 years, and it's been paying the mortgage for 10.
Because
where's the north?
You, or because of the information you bring, because he's sort of forgot about the information because he can't really discredit that, can he?
I don't know. I haven't laid any information out.
I do regularly, but he mutes me mostly.
You're going to bleat about your treatment like a little girl.
Baby.
Oh, little girly girl.
No, I'm not bleating. I think you're intimidated by me, Oakley.
Yeah, highly intimidated. What's your name? Your real name?
Elder.
That's not your real name. That's not your real name, Stuttery.
You gave me the name.
Like you're
you gave me the name, so
stuttery.
That's why I used
not
it.
Scared of
you gave me the name Elder Bear. Thank you.
Not scared of you,
Stuttery. But you can't seem to pronounce it now. You gave it to me.
That's not your name. It's a pseudonym.
It's my name.
That's a pseudonym.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's right, pseudonym. You are terrified of your own name, and you're suggesting I'm scared of you. I don't even know your name.
I'm not terrified of my own name at all.
You're a pretend person.
My name's
real.
fine. My name's fine.
I'm not scared of you. You've got a fake name. You are scared of your own name.
Hello, fine.
Where's the north?
What's your name again?
Nathan Oakley.
Let's just demonstrate how terrified I am of you. What's your name again? What's your name?
Mr. Elder Bear.
Stuttery. Mr. Stuttery. Yeah, you sound like you're stuttering. I don't sound like I'm scared of you. You sound like you're stuttering in my presence, mate.
No,
God, this is boring.
Very.
This is the best we can do.
But this is what Elder Bear's
pissing competition
do.
with Elder Bear.
Okay. Right. Well, him and Elder Bear always fight in the beginning. It's okay.
Yeah, it's just a bit of fun.
So can we talk about the elephant in the room, Nathan Oakley? How is the Earth measured flat, Nathan Oakley?
Miles.
Good question.
Miles, directions. You would know. You defined it twice. We recorded you, and then you had to spurg out having a little mental breakdown yesterday, then started lying about your own quotes that I was quoting back to you. I'll quote you. Horizontal degrees of azimuth. End quote you. That's horizontal. That's flat.
I didn't say that.
I've got you recorded saying it twice.
I know, but I was referencing. We're gonna use what you use.
Stuttery.
And we're gonna go and say
Stuttery.
that.
Yeah, we measure Earth flat with distance and with azimuth. Stuttery.
Oh, I was not trying to be rude, but I was talking.
Yeah, but I quoted you, and then you started lying about how you hadn't said it, and then you confirmed that you had, because you know I've got it recorded.
No, I'm trying.
You don't know if it's been trimmed out yet. You don't know how embarrassing it'd be if I played it straight through the top of you. Like when you say you haven't said it, and then I play it.
Hold on, buddy. Let me get it out so I know it burns. I said we're going to go with what you said.
With
south is a measurement. South is a flat is a direction. South is a direction. South is a measurement. I said we're going to use that from the North Pole.
Yeah, azimuth and distance.
I didn't say I believed it.
Azimuth and distance. Those are the flat Earth measurements. You asked, and now I've answered. Let's see if you can acknowledge them or start lying about what you haven't said. I'll say it one more time, unimpeded. Azimuth and distance are flat Earth measurements. Azimuth because it's only ever horizontal. And distance because it's a linear value, horizontal, that you derive drop with. So if you believe there's curve, like hills, you'll measure it with respect to the horizontal distance Earth is measured with. So there you go. Distance and azimuth.
Thank you.
Earth's measured flat with those. Just so we're clear what I'm answering. Earth is measured flat. You guys need those values and will at some point use them. Distance and azimuth, specifically.
That's all I needed to hear. That's why I wanted you to come to Gem Pandas, because these guys in here, they're going to tear you up on that.
They're not mine. I'm not the arbiter of distance and azimuth. They're not mine. I didn't measure anything.
Well, they are.
My bad. Sorry, my bad. Just responding to what you said there. We're obnoxious. It's terrifying. You spurg out again and have a little mental breakdown in the middle of this sentence. Go ahead.
They're used to it here. Don't worry. But
Yeah, thanks.
they are yours. You use them.
Nathan's
you reference
azimuth
them.
and
You bring
Nathan's
them up,
distance.
so they are yours.
Were you contradicting Edebear? Edebear just made it explicitly clear to the entire room that I did not
Hey, he can
survey
speak
these
for
distances.
himself. I speak
Sorry,
for
middle of my
myself.
sentence again. I'll let you spurg out. Go ahead.
He speaks for himself. I speak for myself.
Yeah, I'm speaking for me when I say Edebear made it clear that they're not mine. Like literally about 3 minutes ago, he made it explicitly clear that just because I've recruited for surveyors for the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors does not make me someone who measures distance linear and flat on a flat Earth for flat distances. They're just flat distances, as will be used by everybody. So saying you're going to tear me up, what are you going to do? Tear up Nathan's miles? They're not mine. Azimuth, that's not Nathan's azimuth. It's degrees from north in the horizontal, end quote, Rob Noxious. It's just a horizontal measurement of Earth flat for it to be horizontal. Go on, have a little spurg.
Let me reply, please.
Go nuts.
So they actually are. So the fact is that you use them in a way that is disingenuous.
No,
so
I don't
they
use them
really
at all.
are yours.
No, I don't use them at all.
Because you're trying to say something that is already claimed and already known for a fact. You're twisting the definition in the words and trying to present it as false truth.
No, I've used a map.
You like that, Neil?
Ordnance Survey, they were brought up also in this room. People have heard that mentioned and attributed to me. When I was a rep travelling around in a different job, not recruitment, I got to that job from recruitment because it was like my dream job. I wanted to drive around and fly around like James Bond in fast cars, aeroplanes, all over the world. So I did. And in that job, I used maps to travel around with. Those were Ordnance Survey maps. They used flat distances and azimuth. Now, I get that I can hear you spurging through me while I say these things, but these aren't mine. They have been used by me. I have used them. But that doesn't make them mine. I'm not ascribable miles or azimuth. They're not Nathan's miles. They're just miles. They're linear and flat only. And if you suggest Earth has got curve, we'll measure curve, that's hills, with respect to horizontal linear distances in miles. Like drop over distance?
Length doesn't have a property of flatness, though, does it? You're just putting that word there for your own sake.
Oh, thank you.
Neither does azimuth. Azimuth is just an angle. You don't have to use the word flat with it.
Horizontal. You never used a compass, mate?
Cool, sure I have. But you don't need to put the word flat with it.
It's horizontal. I used the word horizontal specifically with a quote from Rob. Horizontal degrees from north. Specifically horizontal.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's
that
a flat
was
Earth.
in reference to you saying that, Nathan.
It's a flat Earth.
That's not what I
prerequisite.
claim.
Oh, you got yourself a little buddy there, mate. Can you not talk to me on your own? You need Rob to help you, right?
I didn't ask for Rob's help.
Oh, well, he's giving it you.
What the fuck? Well, spurg out at him then.
Yeah, I'm saying that you can't cope without Rob helping you. Facts. That's what's happened.
I didn't say that at all.
Well, that's what's happened.
You know what? I'm going to be quiet today. I talked to this guy.
So you help him all he needs. He sounds like he needs a bit of help. Rob, don't worry. He sounds like he needs it, mate. You cook for him.
Can I just say though, but before we go on with that, Rob is considered a liability by most of us here, Nathan.
Horizontal.
I'm just pointing
the degrees
this
are
out
horizontal.
before we go on.
They're horizontal. Horizontal degrees. That's horizontal. That's flat. Level. Horizontal degrees.
It's not.
Oh, you think they're vertical degrees on a compass, do you?
You don't have to put the word flat there at all.
Vertical degrees, right? Yeah, directions are flat. Horizontal only.
No, they're not.
Okay, do you want to show me something that isn't flat and horizontal for a direction? Go ahead. What is it? What's a globe direction? What's the direction on a globe? What's it called specifically? If it's not azimuth, which is horizontal degrees from north, what's the globe direction called? Go.
It's an incomprehensible question.
How amusing.
It makes no sense.
I'm glad I came. Incomprehensible. Oh, it's all right, mate. You can't cope.
Sense.
You can't comprehend things I'm saying. Just sit down and shut up if you can't comprehend me. It's a simple question.
Well, you should make more sense then.
Oh, should I? Oh, okay.
Sense.
I'll try harder for you, shall I? I couldn't give a shit. I don't even know your name. Meanwhile, horizontal degrees, they're flat Earth measurements.
You get your
in the
latitudes
horizontal.
with a
I mean,
compass.
Edebear's now cooking for you, mate, while I summarise our flat Earths measured with azimuth.
You get your latitudes with a compass.
Latitude's flat Earth measurement also. The degree in the vertical from a plane is a flat Earth measurement. Degree from the horizontal, that's the 0. In the vertical, that's the angle for latitude. It's a flat Earth measurement. Second time I said it.
Well, we got a problem with the fact that this horizontal, which I can agree, is, as a line or a plane, would be I would call that flat. But I'm curious as to why this flat horizontal plane from any observer's vantage point location tends to deviate from the surface of the Earth. The surface of the Earth, especially water, will consistently drop down farther away the greater the distance.
Yeah, it's a flat
The
Earth
horizontal does not match the surface of the water.
Sorry, my bad. Let me know when you're done. I didn't mean to interrupt you. My apologies.
No, that's it. I'm done.
Okay, so to describe drop, that's vertical. And to have vertical drop axiomatically requires the, quote, distance is measured flat and horizontal to derive drop from it. So if you're going to suggest that there's a drop over a distance, then you will require a flat Earth measurement of distance to describe that drop from. We call those distances miles. They're measured. They're labelled on things like maps with flat scales because we've gone out and measured them, surveyed them. Horizontal only. Sorry, I didn't realise. My bad. Sorry, I didn't mean for the middle of my sentence to interrupt you, spurging out through the top of it. Yes, I'm using your own words against you. That's correct. You said distance and drop. That's drop over distance. Distance must be horizontal for you to derive a drop from it in the vertical. Earth's measured flat for your claim, sir.
No. Like your distance from your, let's say, your measuring instrument that you're sighting with. Let's use that.
But like a map with a flat scale that's horizontal. Like what? Like a map. Like a map with a flat scale.
What do you do? Are you spurting?
Yeah, I'm saying the map's got a flat scale. Okay. You said use a measurement tool for the distance, and I said, like a map with a flat scale.
If I could finish, you'll know what I'm saying.
Maybe you can spurg through me. I'm just agreeing with you. Yeah, map, flat scale, linear distance, like on a map.
Don't agree through me. Don't agree over me.
I'll do what I like. Hopefully you'll have a little conniption fit and moan like a little girl who can't cope with people talking at the same time as me. Can't you cope, you little girl? Can't you cope with me talking while you talk?
Nathan.
Can't you cope, you little girl?
Why are you so weird? He dims out when you talk anyway.
Can't you cope, you little girl? You've got another man cucking for you now. Yeah, the distance is flat. It's horizontal and linear. You can't derive vertical drop from anything other than an axiomatic horizontal linear distance. You can feel free to mute me if you're a little pissy pants girl and can't cope with me talking through you. I will talk through you. I'll do as I damn well choose when I tell you your evidence has got a horizontal linear distance requirement. Drop over distance means horizontal distance. Facts. Don't like it, you pissy pants little girl. Bleat about me talking through you pathetic little girl.
Is that why you
want to get
Anthony talking about that
Stutter for
lighthouse?
me. Drop over distance. Earth's measured flat for the distance.
It has no argument.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say this. The distance, the line of sight to the horizon,
it's flat.
Especially when you introduce the observer being above, the farther they are above the surface of that water, the greater the drop. That distance is not horizontal.
All right, how much
does it drop? Horizon is not horizontal.
How much does it drop?
That.
If it's not, how much does it drop? What are you going to describe it dropping from? If it's not horizontal, you'd have to describe it dropping from the horizontal. I was spurging. Like three guys all going nuts at once. My job is done. Spurg away.
We can't have five guys talking, please.
No, you can. I want that. I want you to all go absolutely bonkers while you tell me that the derived distance drops also. What does it drop from? Some other horizontal value.
From the horizontal.
And what's that measured
line
in?
Of sight.
Oh yeah, what's that measured in? What's that measured in? The horizontal as opposed to the distance.
There's one horizontal plane from the eye of the observer, from the
eye level,
whatever you want
to call it. Eye level.
Could you be weaker?
Oh, could you be a little girl? Maybe bleat and moan about how you're not getting a fair crack with me while I shove eye level up you and level distances up you while you bleat that you're getting talked through. Oh, maybe a mod will mute me for you. Do you want to appeal to a mod to mute me while you bleat about how badly treated you're getting? You're using flat distances, and I'm just going to laugh at you as you're spurg out.
And I'll laugh at you as you make absolutely ridiculous claims that are easily observable.
You're making any claims.
I'm not making any claims. He made the claim, not me.
Drop to the horizon.
That was his claim, not mine.
Yeah, that's
not
why
my
you
claim.
had to beg Anthony to stop talking about that lighthouse, remember?
Yeah, the distance was flat. The linear distance to the lighthouse was flat?
No, it was perfect globe proof, remember? The light focuses out to sea 10 miles, height 220. You said it was perfect globe proof yourself in that chat to him. We've all
the globe derives a flat radial value for it to suggest
Perfect
we've got
globe
a
proof, you
globe
said.
wrapped around us. Maybe if you keep chat skanking, you'll
Perfect
win. Call this a
globe
win.
proof,
You win.
yeah.
You win.
We've got the distance,
You win.
22 miles. We've got the height of the tower
Yeah, they're flat.
of
Flat.
the lighthouse.
Yeah, they're flat.
You know,
22 miles is
220
flat,
feet.
my friend. You're just not
Focusing
listening to me.
perfect
Spurging through the flat measurements you keep barking
No,
at me.
I'm just
22
pointing
miles
out
is
what
flat.
you said
Let's
before.
bury the point.
Why you
Let's
had-
bury the
I love
point.
this shit.
Me too. Well done, Rob. Good call. We can hear lots of men all going bonkers all at once while I talk about how 22 miles, end quote you, that's a flat linear distance as per the
Why
map
you had to
scales,
beg
Dumbo.
Nathan not to
what about
say anything
23
about the
miles?
lighthouse,
As
isn't it?
well? What
It's
about
22
48
miles away,
Is
end
that
quote
flat?
you. That's
Ridiculous
22 flat
claiming that a
miles.
distance is
22 flat miles?
What a fucking stupid thing to say.
Yes, Spurg, swear at me. Maybe put me on mute. Moan about how you're getting talked through. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's measured flat is your claim, isn't it?
It's not my claim. I just heard 22 miles to a lighthouse. That wasn't my claim. That was someone else's claim.
It doesn't provide any actual...
Three men Spurging, 3 men all at once. Epic.
I did try to have a decent conversation.
What about distance and drop? Yeah, I heard you. Distance and drop. They're now three men are talking to cook for you, my fat friend, with your gravelly fat voice.
Through me.
Fat voice.
I'm not going to waste any more time.
Yeah, don't
with
waste
this
any more
absolute piece of
time
shit.
talking about linear distances. Definitely don't waste any more time talking about flat linear distances and drop with respect to them. Yeah, drops in the vertical, distance is horizontal.
Really silly by talking in a
Hold
silly
on,
voice.
I got it. Hey, hold on, please, guys. Hey, Nathan, we don't make fun of people's voices, please.
I do exactly as I like, mate. You can mute me if you don't want me here, while I take the piss out of this guy who seems to want to ignore how flat the distances he's using must be. Don't you like me taking the piss out of him, you bunch of little girls? Maybe you could mute me.
Aren't you a grown
Yeah, meanwhile, distance is a flat. Yeah, distance is a flat.
I can't.
I like your little mental breakdowns, though. It's very amusing. Distance is a flat.
Now you can understand why he was chucked out of the drama.
Yeah, chuck me out. Chuck me out if you want. Mute me. Chuck me out. Chuck me out. Go ahead.
He's such a bad actor.
Yeah,
What
terrible
a
actor.
terrible guy to make acting.
Yeah, meanwhile, distance
How
is a flat.
terrible he is.
Yeah, meanwhile, distances are flat. They're linear. They have to be horizontal, or you couldn't derive drop from them.
Walter Mitty story.
Yeah, you can't derive drop unless the distance is horizontal. He's derived drop over distance, therefore distance is horizontal and measured in miles. Earth's flat for the miles. He said that the miles bend. I said, what did they bend with respect to? And he said, with respect to the eye level. He said, with respect to the eye level. Yeah. So then I rammed that up him and took the piss out of his voice, and you told me not to, like a bunch of little girls.
So do you agree that the Earth does drop over distance?
Yeah, distance is flat, mate. The linear distance in miles, mate, is flat. Yeah, to have drop with respect to it. The drop's vertical. Yeah, the drop's vertical, mate. The drop's vertical, and it couldn't be vertical drop unless you had horizontal distance.
Do you agree that
Right, we'll let you know next week. Okay,
Two men talking.
Made the part,
Yeah, I
okay?
call you
Well
cucks
done.
when you do this. When two of you talk at once, I call you cucks. You can tell me not to. I won't. Stop. Cuck for each
Can
other.
the alpha chat of the room tell us if he agrees that the Earth does drop over distance?
What, hills? Yeah, we measure and survey hills with linear flat Earth miles for the distance, horizontal, and drop in the vertical perpendicular to it. Yes, we measure hills. Curves of the Earth, yeah, they're definitely surveyed to the millimetre accuracy with horizontal linear distances. That's flat Earth measurements of miles. The ones that guy appealed to?
No, the Earth constantly drops over distance.
Yeah, drop is vertical. That's perpendicular. The second time I've said it. Spurg for me. Have three here. All go nuts at once.
That with photography, all right? And then work your way up to that. That is too far.
Too far? That's a linear distance.
So Nathan seems to think that the Earth is simultaneously dropping over distance and flat.
No, someone else claimed that. The guy said we've got to drop over a distance. Yeah, distance is vertical.
You said that.
Is it? No, distance is horizontal, measured in miles. Then you have a drop with respect to that horizontal.
Well, no,
that's perpendicularity.
Oh,
right, spurg through me, spurg through me. It won't be a horizontal distance if you spurg through me. Spurg through me, and it means it won't be a horizontal distance to drive vertical drop with.
I'm telling you that you're wrong.
Oh, well, that's a really good rebuttal. You're a little girl who has to talk through me because you're scared of me. You think that by talking through me, you won't change the horizontal distance he appealed to? I didn't appeal to it. The guy with the gravelly voice did.
Nathan, you
Are you
seem
saying
to
you
think
can't
that
have a vertical distance?
Yeah,
You can't go up
I like
in the
three
air?
mental breakdowns all at once. I love it when they all have mental breakdowns simultaneously. It's fantastic. Just because of
Well, there's a few of
horizontal
us here.
distances is amazing.
there's a few of us here, you know, and you're somewhat of a, you know.
Yeah, you all have to cook for each other. I know.
we
You
do
all have to cook
questions.
for each
Yeah,
other in
there's
your
a few
little
of us with
echo chamber.
questions.
Yes, you all fuck
So
together.
are you saying you can't have a vertical distance? You can't go up?
I can't.
height?
I didn't appeal to it, mate. The gravelly guy, third time. I didn't appeal to
Can you
this,
go to
did
the
I,
top of a
Dumbo?
skyscraper?
The guy didn't appeal to horizontal distance, mate? Yeah, he did. To have drop with respect to it. Drop is vertical, distance is horizontal. He said drop over distance. The distance has to be horizontal that he appealed to, and you're now asking me about. The fact that this man with the gravelly voice used flat earth measurements isn't my measurements. You guys using them and spurg out. This is you having a mental breakdown through the top of me. Mental breakdown much? Get some Valium, mate. You're having a mental breakdown through the top of me. You can't cope. Can't cope with me.
The distance of the line of sight following
This
the
is the
line
second
of
man
sight
talking.
to the horizon.
Another man cooking for you, mate.
From the horizon.
Line of sight, eh?
Please.
All go at once. That'll mean you win. All have mental breakdowns simultaneously.
The distance to the horizon is not horizontal. There is a divergence from horizontal down to the horizon. This is a very simple point that you have to lie and try to obfuscate to hide from. It's obvious who the little girl is.
Yeah, okay, mate. Yep. It's me. I'm a little girl with my horizontal distances you're using with drop. Drop's vertical, distance is horizontal, mate. Dumbass.
You're definitely not acting like an adult, that's for sure.
Come on, man.
I can behave however I like. I could give a shit about any of you. All of you are a bunch of cucks in your little echo chamber telling each other to drop over distance. You're in an echo chamber cooking for each other.
To is not horizontal.
What's it
That is
from?
the point.
Oh, so distance is on. You've never used a map, have you? So you've never used a map?
Don't ask me stupid questions.
Distances on a map have got measurements ascribed to them with a linear value on a scale. It's flat. It has to be to work with azimuth. That's horizontal directions. Distance is the horizontal value you're deriving drop from.
It doesn't follow the surface of the earth.
Oh, right. How much does it drop by, Dumbo? Does it drop? Oh, does it drop, Dumbo? Does it drop? Does it drop, Dumbo? Dumbo, does it drop? Does it drop? Does it drop?
I made my point.
Did you? Did you make your point and you're going to run away like a little girl? Like a big man? You made your point, but you can't seem to shut up.
Wife.
Yeah, you've already heard me tell you how horizontal your value is, mate, so now you can't shut up.
You pussy. Go shove a dildo and a butt plug up your ass.
Excellent rebuttal. Excellent mental breakdown. Excellent.
I know. Fuck him. Trust me, I'm not a fan of Nathan Oakley, but we want to do something. We got to do something.
We want to
do.
do. Stuttery little bitch.
Rob, I'm done. I'm done with this piece of shit.
Yeah,
well, then shut up.
To make it to the real show. We can.
If
make
you're
it to
done
the
with
real
me,
show.
curved, keep your mouth shut, you pissy pants little girl, moaning about how you've got to drop over a distance. Yeah, you've got to drop with respect to horizontal. Drop's vertical. Now, you axiomatically retarded dumbass don't seem to understand that you need a horizontal value to derive drop with respect to. So when you say drop over distance, the distance is axiomatically required to be horizontal, you fucking retard. I've got no more steam, I'm stepping away, but I'll keep talking. Yeah, you spoke enough, mate. You appealed to drop over distance. The drop is vertical, the distance is horizontal. Earth's flat for distance.
Well, so what? How does that help you?
Well, that makes Earth measured flat, you dumbass. So what?
No, the horizontal isn't the Earth.
So true.
Oh, is it not the Earth? Oh, no, dumbass. Guy says it's you cuck.
It's not.
I thought your cucks just told us you're not measuring Earth for drop over distance, not the Earth.
Yeah,
says you cuck.
The horizontal baseline isn't the Earth.
Well, so we've not got a drop there, not a drop that you're ascribing to Earth having curvature like the gravelly guy just did.
It's not the Earth.
Okay, so it's not your globe Earth. Cat got your tongue, retard. Not your globe Earth, then. Not your globe Earth, then. Drop over distance isn't your globe Earth, then. Dumbass.
Yes, the Earth.
Oh, it is when it's globe Earth.
The horizontal
it is now. I see. Very interesting.
The Earth.
Yeah, it is.
Understand this?
Yeah, we measure Earth for maps. They've got horizontal scales.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, man.
You measure Earth for maps, okay, but when you're measuring drop over distance, the horizontal baseline that you use, eye level, is not the Earth.
Flat. The distance on the map is flat, mate. You're not going to get away from this.
You're having a little spurgy meltdown.
Right, do you want to appeal to me not talking through you? No, I'll do exactly as I like until you get so spurged out and mentally broken down that you have to kick me out or bleat like little pissy pants girls. I don't like when he says flat through the top of me talking about map scales. I don't like it. I want to spurg through him.
To really aspire to, isn't it, Nathan?
We're going to get some clips.
Carry on. Have your mental
you.
breakdown, mate. Go ahead.
No, I'm not having a mental breakdown.
Oh, distance is flat, mate. Distance on a map's flat, mate. Do you want to cope with the actual argument then, or have a mental breakdown? You're going to cope with the argument or have a mental breakdown? Distance on a map.
It seems as if you're having the mental breakdown, Nathan.
What, flat distance?
We're talking about distances on a map, Nathan.
Yeah,
we're talking about drop over distance.
So distance then? Yeah. Dumbos.
Yeah.
Are we all retarded in here or what? So we're talking about distance then?
No, just you, Nathan.
Oh, yeah, it's just me that's retarded with horizontal linear distance for drops to be derived from. It's just me. Well, you all have mental breakdowns and tell me that it's not about distance. It's not about the Earth. We're not talking about... Oh, well, yeah, we are. Distance. That's with respect to the Earth, you dumb fucks.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, we're not talking about maps. But drop over distance.
I am. They're flat. You can be scared of maps, my friend. Are you scared of them? So you're not going to talk about them. You're scared of them. You're scared of maps. You're not going to talk about them.
I'm
scared.
I'm not scared of maps. But
do you not talk about maps in this little echo chamber?
Who made the maps?
You're scared of the maps. Okay, I've got you. I'll just write it down. This guy's scared of maps. Gotcha, because they've got flat Earth measurements of distance. Gotcha. Scared of them. Gotcha.
Who made the maps? Not you, right? You didn't make the maps, did you, Nathan?
I supplied the staff that made them.
No, you don't know how to make a map, do you, Nathan?
I've used plenty of maps. They've all got flat distances. All of them.
No,
this
you
ad
haven't made a
hominem.
map ever, once. You don't know
that means they're not flat anymore. If I don't know, that means they're not flat.
Maps, do you, Nathan?
So the guy's distance won't work for his drop then. Okay. So his shitty, gravelly, voiced claim doesn't work then.
You don't know how to read maps.
You seem to be bracing against your own man and his own claim, the deep voice guy.
Nathan.
Spurg
Why are you appealing to maps when you
I'll let you tuck yourself out while you spurg out for my amusement. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am. You don't know anything about maps, really, do you, Nathan?
Yeah, they're flat, like the distance on the scales that we use when we travel.
No, they're not really.
They're not really? Oh, what a wonderful rebuttal. They're not really. Not really. Not really. Not really flat. Yeah, they are, you dumbass.
Okay, no. The map is not. The map is a bit of paper, okay? The Earth is the thing that you're walking on.
All right.
Okay, the two different objects.
I see. So if we're going to require distance to describe drop with respect to it, we'd need to measure it like from a map and stuff then?
No, you don't need to measure it.
Okay, your gravelly claim was rubbish, mate. No one around you agrees that it's drop over distance. They're saying it's not the Earth. The map don't count anymore for you, gravelly, mate. Distance isn't really Earth, mate. Don't know why you brought it up, mate. Don't know why you said there was drop, mate. This guy says you're wrong. Yeah, gravelly, mate. This dude says you're wrong. It's not Earth.
Very convincing character. Next.
Share your pain. Earth's measured flat with distance, like on a map. It's not just a bit of paper. People are paid to measure it.
We're doing better than I thought we would.
Have a circumference, okay?
You think you're doing good,
distance
Rob?
Doesn't mean flat.
I'm saying this is
Three men having a mental breakdown all at once.
It would be total.
We just need results all the time.
Could you give us a gay character, Mr. Oakley, please?
One that describes distance. Oh, distance is flat. We need it to be horizontal. If we don't have horizontal distance, we can't have drop.
We've got a production coming
stuttery.
up.
Yes, stuttery little bitch. Stuttery little edge-bear bitch.
Such as yourself. Perhaps you could give us a little audition, please.
I'm not auditioning for you. You're not my boss. I run my channel. I've got my own job with my own channel that makes me my own king. You're not my boss. I'm auditioning for you. What's your name again?
You're unemployable.
What's your name again?
Unemployable.
What's your name again?
Nathan Oakley.
It's not your name.
We actually got your old boss to come in. We actually got your old boss to come in. He's going to come in and tell us about when he smacked you.
Yeah, he really.
I would like to say this is a great day seeing Nathan Oakley in here.
What, talking about
it
linear
really
distances?
Is, man. It took long enough, huh, Ogugushi?
Yeah, Gakushi, he thanked Rob for it. You don't get the credit. Sorry.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I've already asked Nathan. You could ask Nathan about this. I've already asked him this a few times before.
Unfortunately, though, if you are watching this live, this is where we bid you farewell. So another massive thank you to all of you who liked, commented, shared, subscribed, joined as a Nathan Oakley 1980 channel member, and all that good stuff. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I will see you all in the next video.
Millimeter, it be accurately measured. It's measured flat, direction up and down. Flat level we at, flight over ground. Descending from that breeze, heading in degrees. Horizontal, flat, EST. Now you know it's flat below ground. Measured flat.
Drop. Bottom. Above.
Damn it. Second
below.
time in a row that my pause button didn't work as I intended. That's really irritating. Oh well.
Nathan, who was that came in?
I don't know. I was looking to round out for the last 20 minutes. Just waiting for an opportunity. That's the second day in a row that the live stream hasn't made it to the recording. How very, very irritating. Oh well, if you're watching this on an after show and you want the live stream, you'll have to go and watch it on the live stream because it won't be part of this show because it didn't function. There must be something wrong with my mouse. I think I've just clicked too many times on the fire button. Now it's not registering when I press it. Hey ho.
So that don't make it to recording?
Yeah, I mean, it went out live, so it's still there in the live stream, but it just hasn't made it onto the recording.
Okay.
Oh well.
Hey, how was your live show?
What a fucking chaos.
Yeah, that's right.
It was epic, though.
Yep. Epic again.
It was controlled chaos because Nathan kept bringing it back to the measurement. So it's a controlled chaos.
Did they kick you or what happened? You just left on your own?
I didn't. My live show ended.
Oh, okay.
Sounded like an episode of the Peaky Blinders to me. Oh god.
this curve guy is hilarious. Every time he was getting wrecked, he's keep calling my name for some reason. I don't know why.
Apparently they were wanting to blame you rather than Rob, or vice versa, for me being there.
Yeah, they were going to be devastated if you didn't show up because you've been promoting us to go there. So they really wanted you there because they thought it was going to be a total destruction of Flat Earth today.
I do that though, and I hear Nathan just drifting off slightly, and obviously he's going to get it back to a measurement. But I'm thinking, get back to the measurements, Nathan. Get back to the measurements. Not that he never would, but and he does it. It just gives him a little bit of a teaser, and then back on the measurements, and they fall apart again. It's just lovely to hear them all mention horizontal and drop over distance and height above and sea level. It's fucking. It's amazing. I can't. It's unbelievable.
Next time you go in there, I'm gonna mute the regulars. I'm gonna mute Brenda and all these because they talk to you every day and it's annoying. The point of you going in there was to talk to different people. So
let me ask you a question: does Edibear frequent Gem Panda?
No, never.
Oh, so he is.
He follows Nathan. That's what it is.
And Brenda doesn't either. I don't think, does she?
Yeah, they all do. And, well, specifically Elder Bear and Bev, they follow Nathan everywhere. They're the biggest fan of Nathan for sure.
It's creepy, man.
Well, everybody that knows Earth's measured flat is a big fan of Nathan's, whether they hate him or they love him.
Yeah, well said. Some people despise me for pointing out that they're using flat Earth measurements, therefore they hang around and follow me everywhere because they can't stand me pointing out that their globe's based on flat Earth measurements. Or they like me and give me money or support the show like you guys.
No, because the word mile, the word.
I appreciate you coming in there, though. That was good to see you there.
You know what always gets me, Nath?
What?
This idea when they're like, where's your map? Where's your map? And I'm like, is there any maps that don't lay down flat on a table? Where's these maps that like you get out the pack and blow up or and then you go, right, now it's good for use. What the fuck?
Oh, one guy did say it was a globe. He said, "There's the map. It's a globe."
That Jamaican guy you were talking to that wouldn't shut the fuck up, he basically, this guy's crazy. He's like, moon landing proves the Earth is a globe. And I was like, okay, so if I debunk the moon landing, does that mean it's flat? And then he's like, no. It's like hypocrite. So.
Yeah, that guy's name is Robert.
Jamaica man.
Yeah, the line. That was his first time coming in.
Yeah,
Well, if that's
Jim's
supposed to-
server, like, they don't want you to say the N word or the F word or whatever, but like, Riggs' server is basically you say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, they've all got a different flavour. I like all of them at the moment. I mean, you can thank my publisher because he's presumably on holiday, so he hasn't been in touch for a couple of weeks. So therefore, I'm like, when I submitted the final edit of the book to him about a bit more than 2 weeks ago, but, you know, let's call it 2 weeks, I'm like, that's the last stage now. I doubt that when it comes back to me, it'll be anything other than ready to be published. So I'm kind of sat round just waiting for it to come back so I can start selling it. But in that interim period, I'm like, okay, I've got to occupy the show with something entertaining before I start going out and talking to people that will have me on their show to talk about the book. Well, what better way to sort of get in the habit of debating people again, like in sincerity? Because there's going to be people who still want to brace against it, regardless of it being, quote, measured flat, end quote, me. They'll still want to debate it because there's an overarching one world religion that you're on a ball. So people are going to still challenge that. So as much as I can say the debate is over and be sincere about it, people will still want there to be a debate and therefore try and instigate one. So I'm going to try and brush up on my debating skills before going out, if I've got the time to do so. When else do you get a time to do so? Like, I haven't got anything to sell, I've got no mics on eBay. Other than doing YouTubing and editing videos, I'm not out on the road promoting the book. I'm not in front of people on their shows. So, like I say, what else is there to do? Well, I might as well go and take the piss out of ballers for a bit, right?
That's what I said, because somebody was trying to throw a monkey wrench into Divergent Droid by claiming that you're looking for another server, I guess because you're not pleased. And that's exactly what I said. I said, that's not the case. Nathan is just brushing up and staying freaking sharp. That's why he's bouncing around. So when the book comes out, he is freaking sharper than a razor.
Yeah, basically, what I expect 1 in 10 of the... let's say I get to do 10 shows, and it might take 6 months, it might take a week, who knows. However many people get back to me, at some point I'll reach 10 visits to other YouTubers or whatever. You know, promotion will happen 10 times. One of those 10, I expect, will be a wanker. So it'll be somebody that says, yeah, we'll have you on, yeah, we'll talk about your book. And when I get there, they go, surprise! I've brought a cunt along. And that cunt will be someone like Dave Farina or, I don't know, some brave soul that thinks they can win. And it'll be like, okay, no worries. Think I've not dealt with an entire room full of cunts all at once. No problem.
I wanted to get in real quick on that note, and I'm this whole week I'm out of here, on and off. But I caught enough of yesterday's pre-show, and wanted to reiterate that the way you handled it for yesterday's show specifically was exactly how I envision a calm interview about your book, dealing with all the little questions, but dealing with them just calmly and nicely, and matter-of-factly. Yesterday's show, the beginning, was 5-star. So that's what I hope to hear when you actually do get interviews and you get the usual suspects coming in with those questions. So, Ace.
You can't expect that to happen, right? Gem Panda's server is going to be audio chaos if I'm there. I know that.
That's correct.
So today I went down to Craig's because my daughter's broken a laptop, and I was saying to Craig Jr. That's what's going to happen. They expect chaos. Because the minute I'm in there telling them that they've got flat Earth measurements in their claims they put to me, they will all go nuts. And they did. Not exactly shocking. Totally expected.
Well, they started out pretty excited that you were there, shocked but happy, right? And Eddie Bear came in to try and throw his little game out there. But I knew once it started getting into the measurements, it was going to be an insane room.
By the end of the day, though, right, by the time he was leaving, it was quiet.
Yep.
You heard a pin drop.
Yep.
Because you can't refute the measurements because they're going to keep using them no matter how many times Nathan says up, down, below, above. These are all flat Earth prerequisites. You just keep using them. Hello?
Yep. Yeah, they was all crawling into the corner by the time we left. It was just all in the corner.
254 square miles. Who was that, Robert, the Jamaican, with the squared miles?
Miles, yeah. God, they don't know they're doing it, do they? It's just like I think this. I think that's why they go into the corner and quiet. I think they must start to realise that. Well, I'm actually just talking about horizontal and linear miles and heights above surface level. That's all I'm talking about with Nathan. I'm not actually mentioning a globe and describing how a globe's measured. I put it to Elderbear, didn't I? He couldn't answer it. He had to put something back to me. Just tell me how your globe's measured then. You tell me how it's measured one day. You tell me.
They keep bringing them up and they just like, I don't get it. Like 250, whatever he was saying. He was talking about, I forgot what he was talking about. But he was using squared miles. I mean, really? I thought you're supposed to be fighting for a globe here, not proving flat Earth.
Well, I mean, it must be a globe because Nathan pointed out to Toon that he was using elevation angles 100 times.
Oh yeah, that was one of their claims, right? Well, why didn't you collect the $10,000? First of all, you want to chase that red herring? You think this idiot was going to pay anything? And there was a little freaking trick to his challenge, wasn't there? Refracted.
Whose challenge was it again?
That McToon, the 10K challenge.
Oh, yeah, they were using elevation angles to find your position on Earth.
Yeah, that's the outcome. But he had it laid out where there was some sort of gotcha in there. But they're ignoring the elevation angles that they're using.
Yeah, they're using coordinates. Positional information, directional information, it's all flat.
Yeah, that's why you deflected with the measurements.
There wasn't a gotcha. What they thought was a gotcha was me not wasting my time doing the calculations to find my position on Earth. And they thought I had agreed to do that. And I just, because they kept on about it, I conceded everything. That was like my initial point. But they wanted to turn it into their challenge, remember? So they put it to me. You will no, it said a flat earther has to calculate his position on Earth and get it accurately. And I said, oh yeah, there'll be a flat earther there doing that for sure. And that's exactly what, the numbskull did through it.
I'll be rude.
This is great, though, man. I love seeing you go to these servers.
They can't be claiming victory over there, are they?
Doesn't matter what they claim. Didn't you read the chat? All his chats were saying Nathan was cooking. Doesn't matter what the Globers claim.
As in their internal chat?
Yeah, they're debate chat box.
I don't look at that in any of the servers, I've got to be honest, but it's nice to hear it. Not that
Oh, what were they? So you're saying in Jen Panda's chat? What were they saying?
The only annoying thing
not
about
all
that.
of them, but some of them. Yeah, they were saying Nathan was cooking.
The only annoying thing about that is I've reached a point where I don't care. Like 2 years ago, I'd be so delighted with that. Oh, brilliant! They saw me as. Now I don't give a shit. All right, you say I lose, I don't care. So it's like on the one hand,
you know the measurements.
But yeah, it's becoming consequential. Win, lose, or draw. There's no debate.
There's no loss either because they keep using it.
Exactly. You can't lose. So someone saying you've done well, you're like, it doesn't feel like a really good victory because who cares? They're all presenting the flat Earth measurements, aren't they?
Yep. And that's the wonderful thing about it. I really wanted Jem to be there, though.
Why?
I could have him.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Want,
it would have been like, just a throwback from the beginning, just to hear you and Jem go back and forth.
I mean,
I'm a
he's
bit of
there,
a
he's
nostalgia
listening.
guy.
It's just.
You were in
this
Panda's
is the
server
logic.
and they were talking about how you were winning.
Yeah.
Can I say the logic? You have 1 centimeter. In 10 kilometers, that's one straight line, one small straight line, 1 centimeter. In 10 kilometers, you have 1 million centimeters. If you add that 1 million centimeters, that is not anymore straight line. That's logic. If you add 1 million straight little lines, and you get one straight line, that line is not anymore straight.
Huh?
That's the logic. They're saying that
that's their logic.
It's curved. If you have 10 kilometers in this sense, 10 kilometers, it's 1 million centimeters. That means you have 1 million centimeters making one line. If that line is made by 1 million centimeters, that means it's curved.
Oh, according to them.
Yeah. According to them. You can try with your heart. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but according to them, what's beyond that, right?
Beyond that, it's 2 million centimeters. That's 20 kilometers. Then 3 million centimeters. Then 30 million centimeters. You can count it however you want. It's always one straight line.
I like this better. How big is flat?
How big is flat? Give me the measurements.
And you will not call squared. You will call something like circle, or I don't know what would be the name for the square. And it's something square. That means 4 straight lines.
They thought they had got you with the height of Polaris, didn't they? They were trying their best to do that one. Didn't happen though. You love that one, don't they?
What's the height?
Yeah, they're trying to get you up to there, thinking they'd got you. You could see them all like hyenas. Oh, we're going to get him on this one. He's going to give us a height, a triangle.
That argument is if you are using, so it's immediately in an if statement, elevation angles from a surface level. It's like, well, that's not an if statement. Well, then how can you acquire the height of the star with trig? That's the argument. Okay, trig works on a flat Earth. Elevation angles work on a flat Earth. We derive our ground position with elevation angles and flat Earth linear distances. The system's not designed to acquire height from sea level. It's altitude angle as opposed to surface altitude from sea level. But if this absolute axiom of flat Earth measurement is put into an if statement, then your individualistic failure to provide a height of a star that isn't required for navigation means it's not flat. That's the actual summary of what they're trying to do in that particular instance. It's pathetic. It's a way of accepting that we do use flat Earth measurements, but suggesting that they're not real because we don't have a height for a star.
Well, to assert a height to a star, you would have to contradict the celestial sphere. So why are they asking for the height?
Yeah.
I would really like to hear a baller answer that. That's asking that question. Like, why are you asking about the height? Don't you believe there's a celestial sphere?
I just want to hear him talk about curvature.
Nobody claims the Earth is curved.
Exactly.
You're right. They're all claiming it to be flat. It must be flat.
That's all they're doing.
So
It.
your logic is accepted.
So you don't go on.
I was going to say, Neil, that's a step too far, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Brenda, you assume it's flat. That's your assumption.
It's just begging the question, Nathan.
You know we take it from the equatorial plane, and then we take it from the surface. Yeah, well done. Nicely done, Brenda. Earth is flat. It's from the surface, correct.
Could you imagine pulling out a tape measure in front of someone, pulling a measurement of a board to be like 13 inches, turning it around to someone and saying, that board is 13 inches long. And they looked at you and said, you're begging the question.
Or turn around and say, that board is now a ball. They're on that thing now where you don't have to be in the center of the earth. We could know. There's a knowledge there now. They're claiming a knowledge.
That's what measurement is. It's a
Yeah.
Well, they're like the Greeks, aren't they? The Greeks just knew the Earth was a sphere.
But this is my point. If they knew the Earth was a sphere, then that means they've measured it, because to measure is to know.
Okay.
As it just so happens, yes, you must take something's measure to know what it is. It's odd, isn't it?
Right. They're just confused at their final statement that it's a globe. Because they know they've measured it to be flat.
Well, half of it's measured flat, but we're just trapped in the north, right?
Where's the north, Nathan? North, you say? Yeah, just that president in the north. You're nobody, Nathan.
You know that
Where's Nathan going to
horizontal
be
linear
today?
distance on the globe, man.
And what did I hear Rob Noxious say? We're going to have one of your former employees here. It's getting a little creepy now.
Yeah, that's the height of obsession right there.
Yeah.
Neil, did you just say that they're getting one of your former employees? What?
Not mine, Nathan's. Yeah, that's what Rob Noxious said.
Oh, he's talking about QE or Adam, isn't he?
No. He's talking about one of the people that Nathan had worked for. Because a few weeks back, Buck Sodbuster brought up a person that Nathan had filed a suit against and won, one of his former employers. So before Buck started anything, his opening statement was, "Just so you know, Nathan, I talked to John Franks." I guess that was the guy's name. So before he said anything, he's just throwing that out there. Like, and my brother is gay. Like, I'm just throwing this out there to let you know that I've been watching you. Creepy shit, right?
Oh my God. So the dude researched Nathan's history within the courts in England to look back at the lawsuit he had, and then he hunted down the guy he won his lawsuit against.
Yeah, but he says, "Oh no, I happen to know him. He's an engineer like me. I work with him." What's the odds on that? Do you think we're stupid? Do we have dumb written across the server? Does this say FED dummies? This guy thinks everybody's gullible like his baller friends. Exactly how you said it, that's what went down. But he's trying to let people believe that, oh, I just happen to know him. He's an engineer like myself. So all of this
Dude, that is on
time,
the verge of a threat. That is on the edge of threatening. You know what I'm saying?
well, but I'm saying, I mean, just add two and two. You've been involved in this with Nathan for over 3 years now. Now, all of a sudden, you know this guy? Stop this shit, Buck.
Yeah, I would
Stop
also
lying.
say, in addition to all of that doxing that he's doing over there, just the ultimate irony coming from a guy who's too cowardly to even give his first name. So, absolutely brilliant that Nathan calls that out.
He didn't even know what doxing meant. I didn't give nobody's address up or phone number. But actually, he did. He gave my phone number to McToon, so he is a doxer. He didn't even know what it meant. And the guy is so stupid that in doing so, he basically doxed himself. Because if Nathan wanted to, he could find out exactly who Buck is right now. The only thing is, Nathan don't give a shit. Like I don't give a shit. So I couldn't care less how many kids they have, how many marriages they went through, how many jobs they've had. I don't care. But they do.
And that's why I say it's kind of ironic, right? Because I don't think any of us really care to go to those lengths, but we've known over the years the lengths these guys will go to kind of shut people up. It's wild.
It should be eye-opening to people that are, onlookers. That should be a freaking red flag immediately. Like, why don't they just deal with what's being discussed? Why are they bringing people's former lives in or former employees? So it's actually good that they do these things.
I understand your sentiment, Neil, but F those guys right in their A's. I hope they D.
You hope they what?
Yeah, it's pretty scummy. I agree, John.
Yeah, no, they're scumbags, all of them. That's a fact.
I mean, once they find out who you are and where you work, man, they will do anything they can, if it is possible, to destroy your life.
Exactly.
Yeah,
This
one of
goes
them.
way back to freaking. This goes back to Brian Mullen, the freaking engineer guy.
Yeah, one of them. You just reminded me was proud to put in the Gem Panda chat that I guess the YouTube video you guys brought up where they took clips of all Flat Earthers' children or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Gem Panda
Yeah,
did that.
Yeah, they were plastering that video in the chat early on.
Yeah, and Edit Bear, you brought your children into it because you asked people to subscribe. So you brought your children into it. No, you sick bastard. So basically, he's saying because Nathan put a video out saying subscribe to his daughter Game and Art's channel, right? That he's making them open as a target. They're sick people, man.
They are sick people. I have to agree with that. I am about defending people, but you can't defend some things.
No. That family, wives, children, they're no part of this. Right? Is it hurt that bad that this is the level you got to stoop to? Just accept the fact that Earth is flat and move on. By the way, I seen this video the other day. These guys got a freaking life-size drone where it could carry up to 200 pounds, and they were freaking flying around in it, getting close to the Jetsons, I'd say.
Was that the video posted in here you saw?
Is that why? Yeah, I think I seen it in here.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I happened to catch that a few days before it was posted here, but yeah, they were saying I guess America is the only place they're allowing that to be sold to.
Let me tell you something, there would be freaking so many devastating accidents happening. These people can't even drive with their wheels on the ground. You're gonna have these people in the air. My goodness.
Yeah, it would be chaos, but man, would I love to be able to just fly to get from point A to point B. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would love to, and I would be okay. But they don't listen. In America, they do not give a proper driving test. They what is it? Last 8-9 minutes. They make you go straight. They make you do a broken K turn, a U turn, parallel park, a few lefts and a few rights, and boom, they give you your license. That is not how you should take a freaking driving test. That's why there's assholes all over the road.
I can't disagree with you there.
Pull out of a parking space and make. I had to pull out of a parking space and make 4 right turns.
That's what I'm saying. But try and get your license in Germany. You got to get on the Autobahn. You got to drive. I don't know if that's the way it is in England. Man, Craig, Nathan,
would you ever give?
How is it in England?
What we're talking about? Sorry.
Driving. When you take your driving test in England, is it like a couple of turns like in America, or do you have to drive?
No, I mean, we have two tests now. We have what's called a theory test, and then you have a practical test. The theory test is written questions based on the highway code, and then what we call a hazard perception, where you watch videos and perceive hazards on the road on the video. Then you go out and you drive for about an hour, I think it is, or maybe just less than an hour, doing all sorts of maneuvers and stuff. Might even go on a dual carriageway. So it's quite a lot to it, and they can be quite picky.
But that's good. You want that. They just give licenses to everybody in America. That's why you got a million assholes on the road that don't know how to freaking drive.
It's difficult because, well, yeah, it is quite a stringent. I think we have got quite a good level of drivers in this country when you consider the space and the amount of cars that we have. But I've driven in like Morocco, and it's crazy, but everybody expects everybody to drive crazily. So you anticipate that. Where in England, if you drive crazily, nobody expects it, and then accidents happen.
Yeah, but the accidents will not happen because somebody don't know how to drive.
Yes, because they're being inconsiderate. Their needs are greater than somebody else's, so they do things that they shouldn't do.
Well, that's really kind of the problem in the U.S. I don't know if it's this. A car's not that complicated to operate. It's just not. It's the obeying the rules that everyone else is following.
Refracted. I seen a lady that was 1,000 years old driving the other day. She freaking had her freaking 2 hands on the top of the steering wheel. Her head was freaking in the middle of the steering wheel, like she was only seeing through the freaking windshield, through the steering wheel, going like 8 miles an hour in 55. All right?
What's her age got to do with it, though?
That's what it was. She was an old lady driving. I mean, there's a certain point where you can't drive no more. Stay home.
Bro, you're going to be old someday.
Yeah, if I don't have the capabilities of driving, I'm not going to drive.
You can always put a cushion on there.
I'm sorry, age does not decide your ability to drive.
In her case,
it may
did.
hamper. No, it wasn't age. It was being short and.
No, she was freaking. She shouldn't have been driving, John. She was too old.
I agree with John.
Can't keep up with the speed limit.
John. If she needs a seat booster, she should wear one.
It's not even about the seat. She could have. Hold on a second. That's just listen. She could have been perfectly level with the freaking windshield, and she still would have been driving the same way. She couldn't drive for shit. She couldn't keep the speed limit. She didn't know what she was doing. This lady. She had people passing her on the left, on the right.
Right. So, age. You can argue age. But unfortunately, she wants to drive slow. That's not a crime.
It is when you're in 55.
No,
there's a minimum. Hold on. There's a minimum speed limit here, too. When you're in 55, the minimum is 30. You can't drive 8 miles an hour. You're going to cause a fucking wreck.
Right. But the problem was her driving, not her age.
Exactly. That's what I said. She just happened to be 80. You're not listening to me.
Yeah, but
I wasn't pointing at her age.
Learner drivers, when they're unsure, they do the same. It's not their age, just uncertainty.
Then they shouldn't be driving. You're getting behind the wheel. You can't be uncertain.
I agree that there are certain roads that you need to keep a minimum speed. Otherwise, it becomes dangerous. But we can't tell people off for wanting to drive slow, but maybe just point out they need to drive on the slower roads.
No, you can stay home. If she lived
What
in
if
New York
somebody was
City,
sleeping?
What if she chose a cart and a horse? That's even slower.
No, what
fine.
if
At
you're
least somebody will be
sleepy and you
driving
choose to
her.
drive?
Listen,
But what
the
if you're
first thing
sleepy
I
and you
do,
choose to drive?
the first thing I do when that happens, I look at my son and I say, if I'm ever in that condition, take me out, number one, and don't let me drive.
Yeah, just don't drink tea. Tea's full of fluoride. It'll rot your brain.
Now let's talk about what happened with England. What the hell happened the other day?
Same thing we see. I mean, I've been quite keen on England this tournament because they didn't do that sit back and defend one goal. And then obviously the Norway game where we lost a player and we sat back for 15 to 20 minutes and had to defend. Well, it's a different scenario, I thought. And we weren't playing the likes of Argentina.
Exactly.
And I'm sorry, we've seen this so many games in the past where we have this one goal and we think, oh, we'll just defend now. You can't give up playing for a quarter of the game.
Nope. Agreed 100%. And if you remember that
football.
Yeah, they did football prevent you from winning, so they go into prevent defense. What happened was, Click, the coach last week, after they beat Norway, he was very critical. He made a lot of mistakes. The whole game is mental. And he makes a mental mistake one game away from going to the freaking final game and playing for the cup. He makes a mistake. That's really kind of ironic because he should have never took his foot off the gas.
He's inept because why would you signal to the other team that the man who scored the goal, one of your most attacking players, and as we know, attack is one of the best forms of defense.
Of course.
If he takes off one of the most attacking players who's already scored a goal, that they have to think about, we can all attack, but we need to be somebody in defense, otherwise they'll break away. So when your manager takes him off, you're telling the other team what we're going to do. It's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to sit back and defend, try to beat us. And when you do that with Argentina, listen, you only got to give Messi a little. I watched that game again this morning. It was on. There was a freaking shot that hit the post, and it's like England stopped playing. Messi went right after the freaking ball.
Yeah,
got the ball, put it back in play, and he scored.
We took up this weird diamond-shaped formation. We weren't even man marking. We weren't even chasing them anymore. We just stood there waiting, and it was almost like, well, you're just waiting for him to score now. You're just saying, well, take a shot, and I've seen it many times with England.
Well, I don't think Messi was trying to score. He was trying to just get somebody else to score because he was bringing 2 to 3 guys to him. And then that final goal, that's what happened. They went to Messi and he just floated it in right to the freaking guy who wasn't defended and happened to get the header.
The moment you go into a mindset that all you're going to do is block punches, right?
You're going to get knocked out.
When somebody starts throwing punches at you, you will eventually get knocked out.
Unless you're Muhammad Ali in his prime. That's the only one I'll give it to.
That was never him. He was never being defensive. He was constantly on the move. He had a game plan that involved exhausting his opponent.
Right. When he fought Foreman, that's what he did. And he knew that I could take this for a certain amount and then he'll be exhausted. And he was right. Very calculated. He knew because George Foreman didn't get past, I think, the 5th round with anybody. Said, I get this guy into the 8th round, he's going to be exhausted.
Yeah, that was how he attacked Foreman.
You ever hear Foreman tell a story about that? He says
no, that was hilarious.
He said he knew. He said I knew I was in trouble when I hit this man with my hardest shot, and he just whispered in my ear, "Is that all you got, big boy?" He said, I knew I had a problem then. And I think that was in the first round. Imagine that. You freaking knocked Joe Frazier down with a shot like that. He bounced off the canvas. You hit Ali and he whispers in your ear, "Is that all you got?" That's stripping you, huh?
Yeah, it's he was really good at mind games in the
Psychological,
ring.
yeah.
The ring.
He
Yeah,
beat you
you get in their heads.
psychologically. Yep.
Well, that is the first place you have to win, in the mind.
Yep.
Like
Right.
I heard somebody say, "Those who don't believe they can win don't."
Yeah, that's true. Well, now nobody's giving nobody. I've listened to all the talking heads. Nobody is giving Argentina a shot against Spain. Everybody's got Spain beating them 2-0. They don't even got Argentina scoring a goal. I'd be very careful if I was Spain.
Oh yeah, I hate being discounted. You know, when somebody just discounts me out of hand, I fight 10 times harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Spain's doing it themselves. They're pretty sound. They're like a machine, very robotic in the way they play. You know, but it's all the other, talking heads. They got Spain just annihilating Argentina.
Right, shall I round out? Has everybody took it out?
We were waiting for you to come back.
I'm doing things.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, we were talking about soccer. I mean, football. I mean, who listens to this more, Americans or Europeans?
Yeah, no one's even biting on that, I'm afraid, John.
And therefore, there's the globe. Huh?
In seriousness, well, I'll give it another minute or two. If there's no conversation that develops, I'll round out the after show.
Penalty kicks are BS.
And therefore, the earth is a globe. See? If penalty kicks are BS, the earth must be a sphere. Penalty kicks are BS.
I tried watching the World Cup, but it's those penalty kicks, it just feels like it's a coin flip. It's not, like, it's weird.
You just have to kick the ball 3 degrees to the left and let the earth spin underneath you.
Yes, that is the correct way to do it.
That's Neil deGrasse Tyson for you.
And avoiding all the obstacles along the way. Flying.
Oh my God, I would love to. I'd love to make a huge merry-go-round and have a soccer game on the merry-go-round, right? You know, like a soccer field size merry-go-round spinning, right?
You could call it Coriolis ball.
It'd be hilarious to watch.
That would go viral. I'm pretty sure that people will watch that.
I nominate John as the main announcer for Coriolis Bowl, but he has to do it in the voice of the gravelly voiced fat guy today.
It's put me in mind of the Flash Gordon movie from the early 80s. They fought on this platform. I think it kind of spun and tilted as they were fighting, you know?
Yeah, when you've been mocking that guy's voice, Nathan, I've just been wandering around Leeds city centre just laughing my fucking face off at people. Like,
Did you say Flash Gordon or Flesh Gordon, the porn version?
Yeah, I never did see that one. I saw the sci-fi one.
Oh, I'd recommend Flesh Gordon. It's quite good.
We must be.
So y'all are down for Coriolis soccer before we move on, right? Before we move on, Coriolis soccer, it's a go. We just got to make the field.
It's called it's called the Global Coriolis Cup.
I love it.
It's probably the only way most people are going to bend it like Beckham, isn't it?
I don't know. I would just like to see people trying to, because like your equilibrium would be destroyed trying to play on, your brain couldn't make sense of it. There's no way.
The only way it'll work is if the field rotates once every 24 hours.
Or 1,000 miles per hour.
That'd be rim velocity at the edge of the field. Out of bounds would just be insane.
The thing is, right there in the very center is where you will feel the least amount of acceleration. The acceleration increases as you go out from the center, right? So depending upon where you're at when you kick that ball, you know what I mean? Like it would be a shit show for sure.
I don't think it'd take long for your brain to figure out where to kick the ball to land somewhere, as expected.
If I would have played soccer, I would have been great.
If I was to play soccer, I'd have a heart attack because there ain't no way I'm running for damn 60 minutes friggin' straight. Not happening.
Listen, I've been watching a game. I forgot how long now, but I got it. Now, the interesting test is going to be, am I going to flick from the NFL to a soccer game? Is that a possibility? Because right now, I can't get the spike out of my arm. I'm telling you right now. It's bothering me that this is the last game. I'm even going to watch the freaking third place game with France and England. France and England. Freaking blame Liam for this, man. We'll find out. Really. Go ahead.
Sorry, my kids started fighting as soon as I wanted to say something. Hold on a second.
Oh, you don't listen to what I say. Get some duct tape. That works really good.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Even a little bit of cough medicine will help.
Benadryl.
Yeah, a little bit of Benadryl. That might have a reverse effect, though. I've seen that happen the other way. They bounce off the walls. How's the sheep?
Doing good. We started officially county fair yesterday, loaded up 10 sheep to the county fairgrounds yesterday and got them all settled in. And now we're unloading some big
Okay,
round.
hold on. What's the county fair? What does that mean? They go there and kids come and pet them?
Yeah, the county fair, when you've got the rides and stuff, and you've got 4-H showing their animals and their projects, and they get judged. So we do we had horse shows last week.
Oh, so you're saying if I went there and I see one of them lambs and I say, man, I can make some nice curry with that lamb, I can't buy that from you?
Not there at the fairgrounds, but we could make a deal.
That's got to be hard when you get to know them, serving them up as food. That would be mean.
It is a little bit. We don't actually eat lamb. Haven't for years, just out of preference, and just never got into the habit, which is good because it'd be worse, I think, if we were eating our own. No, I've raised pigs, and I'll eat those. I'll eat that any day. Pigs are nasty.
Yeah, but that's kind of hard too, because if you had a pig as from a baby on, you're gonna eat them.
Absolutely. They're just a whole. They stink.
Are they dirtier than chickens that eat their own shit though?
Actually, pigs eat chicken shit. But
pigs eat anything.
They eat everything. That's why they're good for like I don't know if permaculture is the right word, but basically for a full cycle farm. I've read articles where in third world countries, they'll build a chicken coop high on stilts and have slats in the bottom, and underneath the chicken coop, they got pigs. And so you don't have to clean the coop because they just poop down into the pig area.
Pigs will take care of it.
Yeah. And we'll take care of any critters too. But no, they need the mud, they poop in it, they eat everything on the ground, they just stink. And
sort of like shrimp, right?
Say what?
Sort of like shrimp. They clean the ocean floors, and the pigs clean the chicken floors.
Yeah. I mean, all the glory of God in his creation. But yeah, they're just a bitch to raise. And see why people who do it, have giant operations that are set up for that. We just had a couple acres of a pasture that we put them in, and they pretty much ruined the pasture for about 3 years after we had them. And we only raised 2 of them.
Did you ever see Ted Nugent go out on a helicopter with the wild boar problem in various states in America?
I didn't see Ted do it, but I've seen videos of guys who are out trapping them.
Yeah, it's freaking. He said they got freaking. They're running wild in various states, and unless you get control of them,
They eventually it becomes too much, and the pendulum swings back eventually, as there's nothing left to eat. But yeah, and I hear they're pretty good, unless you get really, really old gamey ones. But yeah, it's become quite an adventure to trap and catch and take care of wild hogs. Anyhow, county fair season is hit, and we're spending our days trimming and cleaning and getting sheep ready to show. I think we show this weekend. And then we'll leave them there for another week so kids can look at them and pet them and check them out. And then we bring them home. Unless we get more 90-degree weather, man, it's been brutal. I'm surprised that they'll be doing pigs at the fair.
Let me ask you a question. Do you get ticks on the lamb, on the sheep?
Get ticks?
Ticks.
Actually, no, we don't get, you said ticks, right?
There's no ticks, right?
I don't, we get tons of ticks. It's probably, I'll pick 2 or 3 off of them up me a week. Our cat brings them in, and but we don't get ticks on the sheep, and I think that's just one, their wool's too thick, and 2, the lanolin in their wool makes it hard to get them. Lanolin's cool stuff, man. When we shave these things down, we some of them, the commercial lambs, the ones that are raised for meat, we slick shear them, and so they're real slick and close to the skin, so they can judge them for how good a meat they are. And boy, you just rub your hands on that, and they come off greasy as all hell, but soft as anything. If you've got if you got rough hands, you just rub a sheep and that's been just sheared, and it feels all greasy at first, but it doesn't stink.
Really?
Yeah, it's lanolin.
Have you ever made the mistake of naming one of the sheep that you were going to butcher?
Oh yeah. That's a mistake. Well, that's a mistake that happened because we had kids we raised with 4-H, so we showed the sheep, and so we had to name them, and just because that's just what we do. And yes, it's hard to give them up if we take them to market. Most of the sheep in the past few years. Now, when we had kids going, I mean, we've been doing 4-H for 20 plus years. So, but only in the past 4 years or so have we just been raising it for other kids to show at 4-H and for us to show nationally. And we raise those for wool. So we tend to keep a lot of them, and only the ones that just are absolutely not worth showing at all.
So wait, you're saying
you take to market?
You're saying after you shear these sheep, I could rub my rough construction hands on them and be like lotion?
Absolutely.
Wow.
I mean, it's not going to clear it up immediately, dude. But
no, but I'm saying it'll feel like lotion. You're saying?
Yeah. It's a little greasy. It feels oily, but it soaks right in, and your hands get all supple. And if I've got we haul a lot of hay bales and stuff, and hay twine is rough on your hands.
Because I got cracks in my fingers from working.
Yeah. You just rub on a sheep a while, and it'll be feeling soft after a couple days of that, if they're really bad. That's why there's lanolin in most lotions. Or there used to be. Now that everything's synthetic and stuff like that. But
you don't even need lotion. You just pet your lamb after you shear them, and you're good to go.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah. It's stuff. It's something you find out just by. It's like, oh man. Oh, you know what else is cool is that if you rub lanolin on your hands, while you're working and stuff like that, and you've been working all day and your hands are really, really dirty. If you've got lanolin on your hands, it's super easy to wash off. It's better than soap. So that's another fun thing that I found out.
The greatest experience I had as a kid was when I went to that farm to help out because the guy got his hand caught in the plow. The farmer, my friend's uncle. So 5 neighborhood kids from Brooklyn went to a farm to help. Man, we had so much fun. It's great.
You got Tom Sawyer. Oh, that painting that fence looks really good. Can I do it? Oh, I don't know. I guess. Okay.
Well, see, we didn't realize it, but the guy's father gets in a flatbed truck and he goes, I'll give you $20 if you could knock me off this truck with the bales of hay. So now we climbed up into where all the hay was, like a barn, and we were on the second floor. We filled that truck up so fast because we were trying to knock him down to get $20. Son of a bitch, he played us.
So you loaded up a whole hay trailer in the hopes of getting $20. Did he eventually just pay you anyway?
No, he just was standing there. As we were throwing him at him, he was pushing them. And I realized halfway through, this son of a bitch has got us loading his freaking truck. That's what he's got us doing, thinking we're going to get $20. And he was just laughing. Pasquale, we called him.
That's cool. Life lessons like that are good. You know what? You still felt good afterwards, even though he kind of tricked you into.
Yeah, then we had to go. Then we had to go dig out this stuff called insulin, and we wound up getting lightheaded from it, right? Because we're in there freaking with these pitchforks digging this stuff out. It was feed for something. I don't know what it was.
Was it silage?
Probably. Next thing I know is I'm like, wow, I'm feeling a little dizzy here.
Did he call it silage? Basically ground up corn stalks.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, that's called silage. And that's basically when you've got a whole corn crop that you're not going to harvest for the corn part. You just take it and you run it through a combine and it just chops it all up and puts it into bales or into big now they put it into tubes, into plastic tubes, and feed that to the cows. Cows will eat all that shit, and it gets fermented a little bit.
That's what happened. It was fermented. It was they called it. What did they call it? They called it shit. I just had it. Insulin.
Insulin.
Insulation.
Maybe, I don't know. Insulin's what you get used for diabetes.
No, that's what they called this stuff. Insulation or something.
He may have been calling it that just because it is kind of like insulation. But if he's feeding it to the cows and it's all kind of fermented, just corn stalks and wheat or whatever, hay and crap that's all chopped up, they usually call that silage. SILEAGE. Like silo, only silage. Anyhow, but yeah, that stuff gets a little fermenty. Cows love it, but yeah, it's what our stalls, our sheep stalls, start smelling like when they spill their grain everywhere and the grain's on the ground and they pee on it and it gets kind of fermenty before we clean the stall out. And yeah, it gets a little fermented smelling. Anyhow, we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to send some pictures back or whatever to show what's going on. But this is the week and a half, a week or two where we're pretty much at the fairgrounds every day or part of the day, and checking out the sheep. And my wife is coming back with some more hay, so I'm going to bail for a little bit.
Hold on, that's what it's called. I was pronouncing it wrong. Ensilage.
Okay, in silage. So that's what you're talking about. In silage. So that's what they call it.
Yes, ENSILAGE. That
Okay.
stuff gets you high, man.
Yeah, it's in silage. Well, I've never heard it called in silage, but that's, yes, we just call it silage. So in silage probably is the official main word. In silage, in silage.
Well, there's silage and there's haylage as well. Mostly a winter feed.
Right.
Yeah, it was wintertime with that. We were there wintertime, so it had to be. Yep. I know. All I remember is getting lightheaded while I was digging that out of this freaking compact thing full of it. We had to, like, jab with the pitchforks, pull it, then load it up in buckets and bring it over. Anyway, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. We were there for about a week and drinking that fresh milk every day. Wow.
You know what? Summer jobs at a farm never hurt a boy and usually makes them a little more of a man. So you can tell all those guys on the servers that they've obviously never worked on a farm.
Yeah, they need to go work. Here's the deal. They need to go to jail for a year, go to the military, or go work on a farm. They got to pick one of those three things, and then be responsible for a family. Then you're a man. When you're responsible for somebody other than yourself, that's when you are a man.
Yeah, I would be surprised if any of these guys, any of the regulars, if they had kids. I can't imagine talking to a guy like Rob and knowing he had kids or something like that. I couldn't, as a dad of 4, 60 plus years old, it embarrasses me that he's even pretends to be a male, a man. Ugh. Ugh. All right, well, here comes my hay. I'll send a couple pics of the little hay bales that we're rolling out. I should have you come and help me roll some of these bales around because we don't have a tractor. We got to roll them by hand off a trailer. I'll show them to you later.
Hello?
Hello, I'm going to round out because there's been loads of dead air.
Millimeter, it be accurately measured. It's measured flat, direction up and down. Flat level we at, flight over ground. Descending from that breeze, heading in degrees. Horizontal, flat.